Hello, I'm Bill Honachefsky, and welcome to another edition of What About New Jersey History. Today I'm in Holland Township, New Jersey, at the site of the Volendam Windmill. Now, the windmill was named after a small fishing village just north of Amsterdam, and our story begins when Paul Jurgensen married May Folk in 1964. Paul was born in Copenhagen, Denmark, and according to records, the Jurgensen family lived down the street from a windmill. Now, the neighborhood children would rush over to sweep the floors, and they would do that together, and they would take the flour on the floors to their mothers to bake bread. Now, later Paul joined the Navy, and he apparently spoke 7 languages. He eventually immigrated to the United States working as a machinist, and he also held several patents. Now, as for May, she moved into the historic Holland Township farmhouse in 1937 on the 100-acre farmstead. Now, Paul and May traveled to Europe in the 1960s, stunning windmills from Denmark, Holland, Spain, and France. Now, they had plans to return back to the United States and start work in earnest, which they did. Now, when Paul couldn't find the lumber he needed locally, he went all across the Northeast to find it. Now, the tower is 60 feet high and 35 feet wide, according to records. The base is comprised of 30 tons of steel, 15,000 bricks, and 4,800 cement blocks, according to records. Its sails were 68 feet long from tip to tip, and in theory, the sails could catch the wind and generate a 15 to 22 horsepower to turn the 200-year-old millstone. Now, the windmill quickly gained popularity, welcoming 10,000 visitors in 1972 alone. Now, it was a common sight to see Paul and May dressed up in Dutch outfits welcoming visitors, explaining to them the inner workings of the windmill and caring for the museum. Now, Paul once said that there is one thing which all of us have and give away and still have, and that's our experience. And I always thought about giving my experience away to younger people. Now, sadly, Paul died in 1986, and May soon followed afterward in 1993. Keeping the story of the windmill alive today, unfortunately, the windmill is closed and quickly and sadly deteriorating, surrounded by preserved land. Preserve this iconic piece of history that is the focal point of Holland Township and its seal. Hopefully this can be preserved for future generations. With our historic and ecologically significant properties disappearing at a record pace, we must do all we can to preserve and protect what we have left. I'm Bill Honachefsky, and thank you for watching. And remember to preserve and protect our history and natural environment.